Hi, this is Hank. Today we're going to put some handles on some kitchen cabinets. So I have just a simple bar style handle, and I have a fixture that I picked up. It's got two parts in it. One is a corner shaped fixture. This is for the doors so that you can put the handles in the same location on all your doors. And then the other is a more flat shaped fixture, and it is for the drawers. I'll get these out, show you how they work. They work really nice. I've already finished the job, so I wouldn't try it without a fixture. It would make it a really painstaking job. This really speeds it up. When you're using this gauge, there's a notch out for these in the center. So what you have to do is mark the center of your drawer and then set the gauge on there, and then come down to the height that you want and mark your holes. So what I've done, I put a piece of tape on top of my drawer here so that when I mark it, I'm not writing on the drawer. This drawer is 20.5 inches wide, so half of that's 10.25, so I put my mark right there at 10.25. Then I went ahead and I measured the height of the drawer. The height of the drawer is about 5 3/4 inches. So half of that is 2 7/8 inches. So I found the mark on my gauge that's 2 7/8 inches from the top, and I went ahead and highlighted that with a Sharpie so that I don't have to figure this out every time. In order to know where to put the marks on my gauge, I got my handle, and I saw that I line up with these innermost holes. This gauge can do multiple sizes of handles. So inner row of holes, I measured down the height I want to go. I highlighted them. So now I just set this gauge with the pencil mark in the center of that slot. Then I'll make my marks through these holes onto the drawer. So there we go. We're in the center. Got a pencil, go to my highlighted holes. Get some good marks in there. Now I just drill on the holes. The gauge kit did come with the appropriate size drill bit. I am going to use my envelope trick, which I've showed before. So anytime you're going to be making shavings in the house, you don't want to clean up the mess, so you get an envelope, put a couple of creases in it, maybe 3 creases, make it form a little pouch. You get some painter's tape. Take that right below my marks where I'm going to drill. And when I drill, my shavings will fall right down there in the envelope. Now all I have to do is drill on my marks. Put that right on there. Okay, all my shavings are in the envelope. So a little tip that I hadn't shown, I showed you how to keep the mess from occurring outside of your drawer, but we do get a little bit of sawdust on the inside. Now, in lieu of getting a vacuum cleaner and sucking this up and possibly sucking up other things that are in the drawer, just get a little piece of painter's tape, since I've already got some out here, and just dab it on the sawdust, and now you're clean as you were. I'll just snug these screws up. All right, take off my tape, take off my catch tray, and there I have a perfectly straight and centered pull handle. So now I just move on down and repeat the process. I've already measured my center mark. Line that up on the center. Put my pencil marks down here in my already highlighted holes. We're ready for number 2. So here's the results in just a few minutes. By using that fixture, I've got a row of 4 door handles. They are all perfectly level, same height, centered right in the middle of the drawer. Something to be mindful of when you're doing this is some of your drawers will be different widths. So keep that in mind. Don't just set your template up and take off drilling holes. This drawer is obviously a lot smaller than the one I showed previously. It is only 11.5 inches wide, so center of that would be 5 3/4. So I'll put a piece of tape there. Get a pin here, 5 3/4. That will be the center mark on this drawer. Now the height on this drawer is the same, so I can still use my same pre-marked holes here. Make sure I centered up on my mark there, good. Get a good solid mark so I can see it. All right, there and there. There we go. So if you want to double check your math, because some of these numbers are kind of fractional. So this one was 17.5. So half of 17.5 is 8 3/4. That's where I put my mark here. If I flip it around the other side and I still come out 8 3/4 from both ways, then I know I got it right. I got in the middle of the drawer. It's going to work the same way on a big drawer. I'll kind of estimate the center, put my tape in. Drawer is 35.5. Half of 35.5 is 17 3/4. So I'll put my mark on 17 3/4. 17 3/4 right there. Okay, I think you're getting the idea. I've got about 30 more handles to put on, so I won't make you watch all of them. But this is how you put the handles. I will show you how to do the cabinet doors. That's a different fixture, so that might be, don't know if that'll be a different video or added on to this video. Okay, I've got all the drawer pull handles installed. Now I'm going to do the cabinets, the cabinet doors. So this is a different fixture. It's similar, it came in the same package, but what we have to do here is we've got to decide where the handle will look best on these cabinets. I don't like the handles to hang down lower than the cabinet doors. I've seen that. I don't like that. I want it close to the center here of the structural part of the wood, which will be this line of holes. And yeah, I'm going to go with this set of holes right here. So I'm going to mark those holes as the holes I'm using on my fixture. Then I'll do the same thing regardless of where the door is, it should come out about the same result. I'm always gonna be referencing the outside edge of this piece of wood, so I'll be in the center of that, and I'll be above, flush on the bottom by, I don't know, quarter or half inch. So that's what it will look like up here. When I get to these, you just flip it around. It'll be the same deal. That will be exactly the same. Use the same holes I've already marked. Since I have about 30 more of these handles to mount, it was hard for me to see the pencil marks, so I just got a little pick, and I'm just gonna gouge in those holes. That's a lot easier for me to see in this lighting. So another thing I'll have to do differently on the doors is I don't want to go through the door and into my cabinet frame, because you would see those every time you open the cabinet. You see the big marks that the drill bit made. So still going to use my envelope to catch the trash, but I'm going to hold the door open. Thought about getting something to close it up on, but I think I'll just hold it open as I drill. That way I don't damage the rest of my cabinet. Okay, there's number one. Looks pretty good. And when you get done, it should look something like this. Hi, this is Hank. Thanks again for watching my videos on things you need to know now that you're a homeowner, or a vehicle owner, or if you just want to save money. I look forward to putting out many more videos. Please like and subscribe.